gamers, I'm Jason, and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing Nemesis Lockdown, published by Awaken Realms and designed by Adam Kwapinski. Now this is a semi-co-op or cooperative game for 1 to 5 players, plays in about 60 to 180 minutes. There's a wide spread due to the player counts and is for ages 14 and above. Can't really argue about that. I mean, it's got the same sort of look and feel as Alien and Aliens, so definitely for a more mature audience. Now in this game, the company is questioning your experiences on Nemesis. You have awakened after a crash and you are now on the red planet. You hear there's maybe some things stirring, awakening as what came back with you from the Nemesis or what you've now found on Mars. It's coming for you. Let's just leave it at that. So if you don't know what's happened in the original, we'll try not to spoil it too much. But now you're on Mars in a facility and you're going to get a similar experience with new characters in this full-on sequel to the original game. I think I've talked enough about it. Let's take a look at what's in the box. So we're going to take a look at what's in the box for Nemesis Lockdown. As you can see, this is a rather big box. I've got my camera at the limit here, so some stuff may be a little cut off, and I apologize for that. So here we've got the laboratory for the Night Stalkers. On the back, we've got some of the research objects with the nest. Not quite sure what the difference is here, but I'm sure I'll figure it out once we get into the rules. Just a few of the different tokens that we're going to need for the game. So just a reminder, this is a fully standalone game. You do not need the original to play. We've got the big manual here, which will explain how to play the game. Now, a lot of it does seem to be very similar as to what you played in Nemesis. So if you do know Nemesis, like just judging from the basic actions, you're going to have a leg up in figuring this game out. Movement and corridors all seem to be the same as well. So as you can see, the technical corridors, the different markers, but it's going to be just like the way the intruders attack, where you're at, and a few other things that are going to change up the game. So for example, like power, that's something that's totally new. And then you've got a nice room and rules summary sheet. So we'll take that, also put it down off to the side here. So here we have this big stack of boards. And not boards, of cardboard. This is all the stuff that you're going to need for your characters. So we got the sentry, the hacker. I like how you can see the miniatures. These are the different room types that you're going to be going in. So we'll just take a look. Some of them already want to punch themselves out, so I'll just leave it off to the side. We'll sort it out when we put things back. The lab rat and xenobiologist. Some of the different tokens we might find in the rooms. We've got the survivor and the janitor. Tokens for the intruder bag. More rooms. Not sure what the launches are for. We've got a nice fun space cat there. We have got these new like dials that I've never seen before, so I'm not quite sure what they're for. Maybe for health, maybe for something else. An elevator, door tokens. Now we've got the game board, and we'll showcase just a small part of it because the game board is massive. So as you can see, you've got the different tracks, you've got the spaces to place your rooms, instructions about the corridors and the technical corridors. So really looks cool, and you've got the maps are two-sided, so I believe one's easier than the other one, or just for a little bit different flavor, not quite sure. We've got the contamination checker to see if you've been infected by the intruders or not. Here looks like we've got some Kickstarter stretch goal cards. So it looks, or is this something that was not included? So this is crawl through a technical corridor, so something new, and the heavy wounds. The bag to place the intruder tokens in. I always love the fact that we get some bags as well. So some of the stuff I'll be moving off camera this way just to make room. So I'm not going to showcase every little thing that we got here. If you've seen, well, we'll go through all the nice cool plastic tokens. So these are just the broken tokens to symbolize that rooms are broken. I love the fact that they are plastic. They had a little bit of extra quality. Not going to show these off, but they're just colored rubber bases, one for each of the different players. And as you saw, each character has their own color. These are the yellow noise tokens, which you'll be using the track or you've got noise. Something that this game, I think, does better than Zombicide, actually. But I do get the feeling that they stole the idea for the noise tokens from Zombicide. Now these weren't in a plastic bag, not sure why. These are the really cool fire tokens. I love the quality of them. I don't need the bag, they'll fit here fine, but I'll probably get a bag. So just some different clear plastic tokens. You've seen some of these, or glass tokens, many times. Stuff to put together the dials. These are the bases for the doors. And here we have the cubes to track health, damage, and a few other things. And then something that we've got that I believe is a little new for this. I don't remember colored dice with Nemesis, but we got a whole new set of Nemesis die and attack die. I love the fact that they're clear, different symbols on them. So adding a little bit to the game. I do remember the custom dice, but these ones are definitely nicer than what I have in the original. I wonder if that's been changed since they've done a reprint. Now I'm going to lift this out. I'll put this just back together, off to the side, so it's a little easier to put things back. So here we've got some of these little Night Stalker miniatures. Try to show the details, but it's kind of hard with how small they are and what they look like. These are the Nemesis card stands, so you can see what player number you are and stand up your cards. Now here we've got our survivors. Our characters. This looks to be the survivor right here, actually. Here we've got what looks to be the janitor walking around with a flamethrower. We have, not quite sure which one we have here, if maybe the lab rat. I'm trying to remember all the names. Oh, this could be the hacker, actually. Maybe we've got... Oh, no, there's that. Is this the guard? No, that's the sentry. Here's a xenobiologist. That's the lab rat. I'm just drawing a blank on the name of one. We've got some of these cool, different-looking Night Stalkers. So there's a little bit more variety in this than what we saw in the original Nemesis. Not quite sure how they're supposed to fit here. It's a little different, but we'll leave it like that for now. So a little more variety, few more different individual types of enemies. Once again, tons and tons of detail. This character reminds me a little bit more of something out of Resident Evil. Let's lift this up. Move that over here. There we've got some of the big batter Night Stalkers, and it does look like we got a few different poses for them. Once again, great feel to them. As you can see, they got some nice, well-done bases. The miniatures are something that Awaken Realms just absolutely crushes on every single time. These guys are very cool looking. I do like the fact that we get a few different poses for. I'm guessing that for them, I do feel like we've got, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think these are all different types. Possibly they are, or just possibly we've got different looks, which adds plenty of just a nice table presence and variety. And here's what we look like. We got like the queen or the head of the Night Stalkers. Now, I'm not going to lift it out the way I did previously. It looks like there's a very specific way to take things in and out of the box. So I did take a quick look at this stuff earlier just to sort of open some of this stuff up. So we got like the different weakness cards, your items, your health items. So that's all we got here, like healing, different types of supplies, what you need to repair the ship, do some cool stuff, and then the weaknesses for your enemies. And we do have a little bit more of that, just some of your starting weapons, cards. And you've got just more different crafted items, weapon items, things like that. Here we have the action deck, which makes up each player's deck of cards. So some of these are fairly standard. Some of these will be, well, they're each coded to different characters. So you see the sentry, the janitor, the hacker, xenobiologist, lab rat. Lab rat has got all sorts of cool stuff that they can do. Here, so once again, it's a lab rat, survivor. So I think I actually did get all the names right. I feel like I was missing one. Oh, there was the pilot. Or these cards. Look at the pilot is the extra character that I have. So then we've got objectives, computer actions, character draft cards, and the event cards. So once again, great art on everything. I'm just trying to move through all this. I don't want to do a very super long unboxing. We've got the player reference cards. You are this player. Some more of the reference cards. Here we've got the solo co-op objectives, then serious injuries you can get. And then we'll go through this final deck of cards here. We've got more events, Night Stalker attacks, and then if you're on the surface of Mars, which I think is pretty cool, so bad stuff can happen. Night Stalker's getting you, and then just these events. Not quite sure where all the different event decks go. From my memory of playing Nemesis, there was only one event deck, so there definitely have been some changes to this game, even if the core of it has remained largely the same. So there you have it. We've taken a look at what's in the box for Nemesis Lockdown. I am looking forward to getting this to the table, so we're not quite done yet. What we'll be doing next is taking a look at the stretch goals from the Kickstarter, so we'll go into that nice stretch goal box. Let's take a look at what's in the box for the stretch goals for Nemesis Lockdown. It's been a while since I played Nemesis, actually since before the pandemic, so looking forward to getting this back to the table. So we've got just a list of the contents here, a list of the miniatures, the new rules for the new enemy types, the different types of enemies, other rules. So really just some of the add-on stuff for the game. Then also how to use the Void Seeders as well as the Carnomorphs, which were some of the stretch goals from the original game in this campaign. Now you get Nemesis Lockdown, which is Untold Stories 3. This is a comic book style cooperative campaign for the game. And really want to get to the chance to play the cooperative campaign, just haven't had a chance. So we have just some new tiles here, research object for the Carnomorphs laboratory, so because this stuff changes, so here we've got the cryptid. I'm guessing on the other side of this we'll probably have the Void Seeders. So yeah, we've got this stuff for the Void Seeders, and then over here we've got just the Kithrid board, and then the other side of the board. So if you're using the laboratory, not quite sure what that is, but she'll find out once we get the game played. I'll just punch this right now. We've just got a round token spot here, a few bags to store everything, which is pretty cool. And as we've got some components, plastic components, what looks to be like germs and spores. Cool stuff. I like the way it looks. Got a nice feel, tactile feel to it. I think I did a good job with it. We'll just chuck this right in the bag right away. Move the rest of the bags. Don't need the silica here. Let's lift this up. It's got what looks to be like these different types of germs or slime. Love the color. We have these different cubes. Not quite sure exactly what the cubes are. We've got the new Kithrid enemy types. This looks like the smaller ones, the tentacles. And there are two types of them. Very scary looking. This one definitely reminds me a little bit of a face hugger from Aliens. Looks like we've got the queen version of it here. Absolutely gross and fits perfectly with the horror theme. Not quite sure what this one would be. Oh, it's a space cat. It's one of the space cats. Looks like a fox. That's really cool. We didn't get this in the last one. Perhaps we did. I just don't remember. It's been a while since I've taken a look at the Aftermath box, sorry. So some more of the stuff here. Here we just have the 3D doors, which are always cool. Double door in the Lockdown space. And then here we've got a 3D rover, which I think is just really cool. Absolutely love. Look at this. Here we've got a card pack. So let's see what we've got here. So just some new cards for the original crew from the Nemesis. So as you can see, and these are different weakness cards. So So pretty cool stuff here. Looks to be like action cards for also, yeah, once again, more action cards. And these are all for like the Android stretch goal characters from the original game. It's always a little tricky to get. This package is open. So you got character draft cards for the medic, some new help cards, some nasty new event cards. I will save you. Not quite sure what that one is. And then here is the enemy deck. So some more of the event cards. So it looks like we got a different type of event cards, and then the kit through the attack cards. So we've got all of this stuff. Once again, some fantastic art. Curious to see what the two decks do. Like I said, haven't gone through the rules yet. We're just taking a look what's in the box. We got a few big campaign games and some review copies that we have promised to cover before we're going to be diving fully in on this one. But I will say that I am hoping to bring some of this stuff where it's going to go anyway, because the token stuff was already punched. In case that's what I was saying, I'm hoping to get this to the table sooner rather than later. Probably be the next big game that we cover, unless there's something that Julie and I are both super excited about, or we get a request for. We do have that poll that went up with regards to our Shelf of Shame game, so not sure if this is going to come first or come after, but it will definitely be soon. So there you have it. We've taken a look at the Nemesis Lockdown stretch goals, so keep it right here. They'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to click that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, when we finally get this to the table, you'll be notified immediately as well. And then also take a look down below in the video description. You'll have links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see pictures of Julie and I playing the original Nemesis and Nemesis Lockdown, not quite sure if we have Nemesis on there, but there'll be definitely pictures from this on our feed when we get it to the table. And then down below there's a link to multizone.ca, a great Canadian game store. Click that link, you'll get 10% off your next purchase, and it's a great way to support the channel, as a portion of that purchase is returned to us. And also popping up in front of me are going to be links to some of our previously released videos. Over here will be our most recent release, and over here will take you back to a review and how to play of the original Nemesis. With that being said, don't forget, keep playing games.